We're going to talk about the Hebrew concept of time. What is time? How time impacts us? When was time created? Why was it created? Etc. At the end of the webinar, our goal is that we would understand the Hebrew concept of time, how time works in the Hebraic thought, and then the importance of time. I forgot to say this. You can interrupt me anytime with a question. Just say I have a question and just go for it. So this is what we're going to, I'm hoping we achieve, that at the end of the webinar, we understand the Hebrew concept of time, how time works in Hebraic thought, the importance of time. Time is called holy. The word holy appears many times in the Torah. There are various things that are referred to as holy, and these are just a few examples. God, or Yah, is referred to as holy. The Kohanim, that is the high priest, is referred to as holy. The temple had a holy of holies. Israel as a nation, and then the land itself, is referred to also as holy. The Shabbat is also referred to as holy. Marriage is referred to as holy as well. And then the Hebrew language, the Hebrew tongue, what we call Lashon HaKodesh, the holy tongue, is referred to as holy. Holy means separate. The thing is distinct. It's not the same. It's elevated. This is what holy means. It's interesting that the first mention of holy in the entire Tanakh is at the presentation of the crowning capstone to the creation week. The first time the word holy is used is in reference to a moment in time called Shabbat. This is the first time the word holy is used. Holy wasn't used when man was created. Holy wasn't used when the sun was put up in the heavens. The first time is very important, very critical. The first time the word holy is used was in reference to a moment in time called the Shabbat. We see that in Genesis 2. And God blessed the seventh day and he hallowed it. He hallowed the Shabbat, meaning that he made it holy. Very shocking because of all the created order, great objects in space, an earth full of continents, oceans filled with living things and humans. The first mention of holy is in reference to time. You would think that God will create a holy place, Eden, and then put a holy shrine there, or a holy mountain, or a holy rock, something holy so that we can have in this place that he created called Eden. Not at all. When history began, there was only one holiness in the world, and that is the holiness in time. This is what makes time very important to understand. God's original intent before the fall, the only thing mentioned as holy was time. How important is it? Just as one can walk into a holy place and that place can affect them. Moses walked into a holy place. He was told to remove his shoes, his sandals, and he had an encounter of his life. More importantly, one can also walk into a holy time, and that time is going to affect the person and change the person as the person exits out of that time. I'll repeat that. Just as one can walk into a holy place and that place can affect them, like we saw Moses with the burning bush, more importantly, one can also walk into a holy time. And that time is going to affect the person. That time is going to change the person. That time is going to have an impact on the person. Just as one can visit a holy place, one can also visit a holy time. So the first thing called holy was time, a moment in time, and this was at creation. Then, at the creation of the Hebrew people as a nation, the first commandment given to them was to sanctify time, to follow a calendar. Why? Exodus 12. The Lord spoke to Moses and to Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, "This month shall be to you the head of the months. To you it shall be the first of the months of the year." 14. And this day shall be for you as a memorial, and you shall celebrate it as a feast for the Lord. You would think the first commandment given to a newly born nation would be something very deep and important. Something that will make you stand in awe. But to keep time, that doesn't sound so empowering. Well, if you don't understand what time is and how it works, it's going to seem very unimportant. So what is time? What is the Hebrew concept of time? How does it impact us? Why is it so important to understand time? And what has it got to do with the feast of Yahweh, or Yahweh as people want to say it, or Yah?